So next, we have Shai Dekel, head of AI at Wix. He's also a professor for mathematics at Tel Aviv University and an angel investor. And I'm a big fan of Wix, one of the most successful startups in Israel, right?
It's an exciting place to work at. Yeah,
Stage
definitely.
is yours, Shai.
Thank you. Great to be here. So let's enjoy a ride. It's after lunch, end of the day. So let's do a quick 10 minutes with a lot of pictures and talk about web design. Okay, rule number one, you can talk about AI, but use PDF. I think it's safer when it comes to presentations. Wix, great company, great vibe, a platform for what we call stunning website creation. And you know, it's just an amazing engineering company, development, and we're covering the space from various angles. One of our products, for example, the artificial design intelligence platform, is designed for quick onboarding. Somebody with actually absolutely no technical skills can quickly give some information about himself, herself, and obtain a really, truly wonderful website. The editor is a product that somebody with some technical skills, okay, if you can handle you know, Microsoft Word, you can handle the editor. And so that's another entry point. And Wix Code is if you want to, through integration with JavaScript, you can add more advanced components to your website. So we cover the entire scope. Obviously, we have an amazing app store. You can add all sorts of apps. I'll give an example to the website, and there's a full ecosystem around what we do. 120 million users, about 20 languages, very much a global company, headquartered in Israel. Amazing management team. I mean, if you think about what we do in marketing, okay, from Israel, so, you know, we're teaching the Americans a lesson in marketing, which is pretty amazing. About 2,000 employees, a lot of them software developers. An example from a premium customer for Wix, my dad. Okay, I think it's an incredible example because he's one of the most famous orthopedic surgeons in Israel, but he's 75 years old, right? It used to be that when he was the head of the department at Ichilov Center, then, you know, you're head of the department, and then basically, you know, patients flock to your private clinic and so forth, but he's no longer the head of the department. But what he does have is very strong online presence, okay? And a son that understands a few things about online presence and marketing and AdWord campaigns and stuff. And so he's very happy, operating like crazy. My mom is mad at me, but you know, that keeps him going. That's a typical small business prototype example for a Wix customer. This is what the editor looks like when I'm editing his web page if I need to. Pretty easy, you know, just like a Word editor, very easy to use. I can add all sorts of apps to the website if I need a cashier. We support all sorts of verticals. So if I'm a restaurant, I want to add the menu, I drop it like that, and I have all the tools to add my menu. Okay, so what are we trying to solve in the space of you know, web design? So sometimes, you know, at Wix we provide amazing templates for our users so they can kick off the design of the website, but they, you know, they do something, I wouldn't say screw it up, but I would say they do sometimes, when they add their personal touch to the site, then it's not always professional. This is an incredible team of people, but they didn't go and do a professional photo shoot, right? So the background is different for each image, which, again, it's not terrible, but it's unprofessional. Here, when we look at this website, then what's happening is that the resolution of the image that is used as background, and nowadays it's very, very modern to use videos and images, long images as background, and we see that at least on the desktop view, the image is of not sufficient resolution. Resolution is not good, right? Here, you know, I don't know, these guys managed to, I would say, definitely screw it up as far as the design, and also if you listen to the music, it's not so good either. So that's something that we'll need advanced technology to fix that one. Here, basically, again, this is our typical get in touch section. And as you can see, the contrast is wrong for this image. So again, this is a situation where you have the right template, the right design, user adds her input, and things are not professional. So this is where we come in, and basically, again, it's like the end of the day. So I'm not going to, talk about the algorithms. I'm not going to talk about, put mathematical formulas. So trust me that everything I'm talking about is completely driven by deep learning, okay? And so we'll just see pretty pictures. They're driven by deep learning. So for example, we have segmentation techniques, automatic segmentation techniques that allow us to take, as I've said before, we take the team section and we figure out the portrait segmentation. Okay, and now here in this situation, we can choose and pick any background, uniform background. So that's with one single touch, we can improve the visibility of this section, for example. Suppose that there's a certain placement in the website that we want to use, but we're using a bigger image. Then what we can do through artificial intelligence is take the larger image and identify the areas of visual activity, and then automatically center it correctly, right? So this is what would happen in a regular situation with an editor, and this is auto-cropping with the visual activity correctly centered. Okay, another interesting feature, suppose that we have a user that wants to join Wix, right? This sounds very reasonable. So that user wants to onboard, adds a little bit of information about himself, dictator, politician. And then basically, we can, of course, since that person identifies himself as a politician, we can offer from our stock of images, great images that fit politicians, but I'm not sure Kim would want the flag of the US on his website. So obviously, we offer the capability of taking user images with their permission from their Facebook page or from the internet. And the idea is, just to give an example for a neat little feature, which images, suppose that we find thousands of images, which images fit into which section in the website, okay? Do we let the user just go over all the images, or do we offer intelligently good fits for the right sections? And we know how to do this intelligently and pick the right images for the right section. Again, this is using AI analysis, deep learning analysis of the image. So this would fit the welcome section, and then you have a happy premium customer, right? Enjoying the intelligence of our product. Let's take another cool example of what AI can do, again, at the level of computer vision, at the level of images. This is a content image, okay? I want to automatically, through deep learning, change the style of this image, okay? So what we can do is this. That's the content image. This, the colorful balls, only provides the style for the image. So I can merge the style into the content image. I can do it just a little bit. This is a parameter in the algorithm. Or basically, I can add more of the style to the image, okay? And this is what's called style transfer, and we've created our own unique, it exists in the literature. I don't have the time to go over it, but we've created our own unique algorithm around it. A few more examples. Again, the same content image, a different style image, and here we add more style, less or more style into the image. I think I have another example. Oh yeah. So basically, this is our smurfing of the image, and if you look closely, you'll see that it's not so obvious. The algorithm is not so obvious. It's not like we added little smurfs into the image. We've added the style of the image, and we have control over that. So this is interesting, artistic design features that were not possible, and have been around in the space of computer vision for a long time. This was not possible like 2-3 years ago. Let me assure you, the type of things that we can do today. Segmentation and these types of manipulations. But beyond But our world is significantly larger and goes way, way beyond computer vision. When we talk about websites, it's a complete whole big world and a lot of challenges, which is really, really interesting, okay? We want to take a certain design of a website and transfer it from one sort of platform to another, from one type of perspective to another, and just think about one problem that seems simple, but it's not simple at all. I have a certain design of a website. Now I want to take it to responsive mode. I want to, for example, render it correctly on mobile. Then, I mean, I can put the elements in some order, but obviously it's more natural to have to identify the logo, put the logo first, and have some sense into the rendering on the mobile. Okay? So, for example, we have algorithms that analyze a website, identify logo elements, and other elements, and then do this correctly. Okay? And as I've said, we have algorithms that take one form of a website, transfer it to another form within our system. I have 1 minute, 20 seconds, so I'll conclude with this slide. The panel here was talking about, you know, what's the next big thing in some sense, what's next in AI. So just to throw out our 2 cents from our world is, can we provide human-level creativity? This is an amazing challenge for my company. Can we provide, you know, capabilities of a web designer that designs, webmaster that maintains the site, and, you know, marketing campaign manager that, you know, drives traffic into the site? Can we take these roles and you know, provide a service to our users at the level of human-level creativity? I think it's an amazing challenge for the company and for the field of AI. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shai.